What's up, class? Here's the tutorial for Matlab 6 focusing on the Roman numeral problem. Decided to split this into parts, so this is kind of going step by step through kind of how I originally thought about it when I first did it when I was new to programming, so it kind of help you out with that for you guys that are newer and kind of struggling where to find a starting point for it. Okay, so write a script function that converts a user inputted number or Roman numeral to its equivalent. And here's the Roman numerals, okay? And then also remember, this is the tricky part. Ix is 9, while xi is 11. So it's 10 minus 1, 10 plus 1. And then xix is 19, 10 plus 9. Okay? And then you're going to have to use this, the new input, where you just, after you write your string, you write a comma and then put s in quotes. And that allows Matlab to know the user's input is going to be stored as a string. Okay? So it should be able to go both ways. So Roman numeral to number and number to Roman numeral. We're going to start with Roman numeral to number. Okay? These are steps I broke it into. So first step, write a code that asks the user if they want to convert a number or Roman numeral to their corresponding equivalent. This input will be a string. Make sure the user knows what they need to type in to designate that they want to convert a Roman numeral or a number. So they will type R for Roman numeral or N for number. Create an else-if statement that will recognize if the user wants to convert a Roman numeral or a number, and this will basically encompass the rest of your code. Okay, and here's this syntax for having the user input an actual string. Cool. Okay, here we go. Blank. Okay. Sorry, bear with me. Okay. So once again, just trying to figure out. Start adding this to the end, but I think it clears it. I'm not exactly sure, but it's worth trying. Okay, so question 1. This is just the string for what they're putting. You could type this right into the input, but equals. Do you want to convert a number or a Roman numeral? Backslash new line so it doesn't get confusing down here. Then command window type Rn for Roman numeral or num. Okay? Cool. And then you close that. So then Q equals variable Q equals input question 1. Okay? So once again, this allows whatever they input to be stored as a string. Okay? So let's kind of run through this one time real quick just to see. I'm going to save it as so wrong. Okay? If you want to convert a Roman numeral or a number, so it starts a new string, type Rn for Roman numeral or num for number. Okay? Doing it, bud. Nathan came in. He always comes in when I'm doing these. Okay. So Rn. See how Q is now Rn. Question 1 was created, but I want this to look a little prettier, so I'm going to put this semicolon in space. Okay, so if I run it again, there we go. Cool. Okay, so that creates a variable Q, which we're going to look at in our if statement and see what it's equal to, and that will let the program know which side of the code to run, if you're converting a Roman numeral or if you're converting a number. Okay, so I kind of, and this is taking a step farther than a lot of you would ever think to take it, but I'm kind of taking, first I'm not going to do that. Sorry, right. So, okay, so if Q, sorry for being confusing there, but okay, so if Q is equal to Rn, okay, then it does this, and I just want to see if it goes in this code. See, I'm not seeing if it actually doing the code. I'm not doing any of that. This is the first step, is just seeing if it goes in. So say a equals 1, okay, and then else if Q equals num, okay, a equals 2, and then else, if it's not either of those two, let's press this, okay, say display error in typing input, please try code, make sure caps are on. Cool. Okay. And then end. Okay. So if they type in RN, it will go into this part of the code, which will be the whole code for converting Roman numerals to numbers. Okay. If they type num, then it goes in this part of the else if, and that's for if they're converting numbers to Roman numerals, and then this else is if they type something wrong. Okay, about to close the string. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, and a equals 1. So we know it went into, since it went a equals 1, we know it went and ran through this part of the code. So that works. Okay. So this is an issue. This is what I ran into. This is why my code is different. Cool. Some of you guys might find different ways around this, but I like to use the string compare. Okay, so I do. Okay, I'm glad we're doing this because I think this is a good tool to learn. Okay, so because this dimension is different than this dimension, when I type in 3 letters, it can't look at this. It doesn't know how to look at this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is do string compare before. So I go R equals string compare Q and RN. Okay? And what it's doing is comparing the string inputted here to this. And if it's true, it gives you 1. If it's not true, it gives you 0. Okay? And then I do N equals string compare Q num. Okay? So this allows to separate if someone typed in 2 or separate if someone typed in 3. And now, instead of just doing R, I'm going to do R equals 1. So if these are the same, Q and RN are the same, then the outputs are 1 to R. So it's just kind of adding a step, but it allows us to do 2 different size strings. Okay? And then I say if N equals 1. Okay? So let's try it again. And this is what I was starting to talk about earlier, but didn't think it was necessary, but remember that it is necessary. Okay, so let's try it, and that didn't work. A equals 2, and N equals 1. R equals 0, because it didn't equal Rn. Okay? Now, what if I type in Rn? Make sure, please try code again, make sure caps are on. Okay? And I kind of dummy proofed that in my last code, where I kind of, this is what I did. So, this is perfect. This is great. If you have this for step 1, that's perfect. If you do it a slightly different way, but it does the same thing where it gets into the key is it. If they want to do number to Roman numerals, it gets in the second part of the code. If they want to do Roman numerals to numbers, it gets in this part. That's the key. And I kind of dummy proof mine, so if they typed in little without the caps locks, it still worked. So to do that, I created a Roman vector, which was Rn and Rn. Okay? And then I created a number vector, which was num and num. Okay? And then now, instead of comparing to Rn, I compare it to Roman. Okay? Once again, you don't have to do this, but it allows you to kind of dummy proof it a little bit. And compare this to number. Okay? And so then, I'm not checking R, because R is now a vector. So watch. If we run this, it's not going to work. So let's see what happens. Okay. Okay. And see how now it's a vector, N's a vector, and R is a vector. Okay. So because of that, or here, 0, 1, you have to go. And the second one was true, right? Because I typed lowercase, okay? So what I need to do here is R1, 1, and then OR symbol R2 equals 1. And this dummy proves it, which is kind of cool, actually. Okay? And then else one that's checking the number, right? And 1, 1 equals 1, 4, and 1, 2 equals 1. So now if we run it, bam, it went in A equals 1. So it's able to check both of these. Okay. And now I just need to say error in typing input. Okay. So that's like they type in something completely different than RN or no. So like go run and they type in like that's obviously not, we can't, it's not one of the two options. Okay. Cool. So this is the end of step 1. Once again, if you had it simpler, that's fine, but it's just kind of showing how to kind of dummy proof it for the user a little bit. Okay. Thanks.